Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. Earlier today, I had to go on a little bit of a hunting mission. While I was traveling recently, a package was supposedly delivered to the house. Come to find out that it was never actually delivered. It was being held at the post office for some reason that is beyond me. And so I ventured to the post office earlier today to actually retrieve this package. And I had to wait 30 minutes in line in order to get this package. I'm not a huge fan of waiting in line. I'm not the most patient person, to be honest with you. But I waited in line and I was able to retrieve my package, which is this tube right here. I kind of sort of know what's in here, but we're going to get a look at it in just a couple of moments. But while I was in line waiting to get that tube, at my house, they actually delivered another package. And so we are actually going to, did not see that until just that moment. That's, yeah. So we are going to unbox two packages, and both of these packages actually come from the folks over at IG Comic Store. I kind of sort of know what might be at least one book in here, and I think I know what's in there, but I'm not quite certain. These guys tend to surprise me with a couple of things every single time. So let's see what we see. So let's go ahead and pop this one open and take a look at this. And it's a pretty well packed tube, and I'm never really quite certain how to open tubes when people send them to me, but we're gonna do our best. I think the best way is to maybe cut around here, some tape across the top of this. So we'll try to cut it and see if we can pop this end cap off here. But yeah, I went to the post office thinking it was going to be a quick trip, kind of in and out, and I arrived and was told that the pickup line was where I needed to be in order to get my item. And that line, to be honest with you, was long, and it was not very swift in terms of its movement. So we were able to get the tape off relatively easily. Shake it down, and there we go. Well packed. This thing is perfect. And this is the kind of stuff I do when I send things to people. It says pull. So we're going ahead and peel this back and reveal what is inside. And I'm already seeing a little bit of a glance of it. Wow. Wow. That is cool. That is very cool. So IG Comic Store released a couple of months ago this three panels of a different comics that kind of build to make one large image, kind of like the X-Men covers did back in the 90s. And so these are the three covers that actually make up that larger image. And this thing is impressive. And what's really cool is that this print here is actually signed by Scott Williams, the artist that actually worked on this. He actually worked on the X-Men book back in the day. So this is definitely a cool thing. I actually have each one of these books. I think it's like X-Force 1, and maybe it's Marvel Comics 1000. I think each one of these on the end is Marvel Comics 1000. And then the one in the middle, I want to say is like X-Force #1, but I could be wrong about that. Sometimes I don't remember all the details, but this is definitely really, really cool here. It says Williams after Jim and Scott is what is written on the stone here. But definitely a really cool thing. And I'll try to remember when I'm doing the edit, I actually try to put photos of the individual books in there so you guys can see that as well. But this thing is really cool. And again, it's signed down here in silver by Scott Williams. So definitely a cool piece right there. I'd like to see if I can get that up on a wall or something, because that'd be awesome to put up. All right, so let's go ahead and see what is in this heavy little box here. This thing is definitely densely packed. So we're going to see if we can cut this thing open carefully and see what is inside of this one. And the other required a signature. This one did not require a signature, but normally they just leave things for me. But they wanted to make my life a little difficult, which is fine. It's all good. Got this thing almost all the way open. You'll see some packing material in there. Do I remember? Oh, I think I do remember these. Oh, okay, yeah, I did order these. Cool. Sometimes with IG Comic Store, I order stuff so far in advance that by the time it comes, I almost forget about it. So I did order these a while ago, and there's a couple of people out there that I think are going to be very happy with some of what I'm actually going to show. So because if that's what, I kind of made a couple of comments in a few live streams about some things. And I think a couple of people are probably going to get a kick out of what is actually inside of here. So get all of this wrapping off of this thing and see what is in here. And it looks like they threw in a couple of things for me as well, which is really cool of them. The saran wrap off of here. Get this thing open. Bear with me. We are almost there. All right, so let's see what's inside. Set this off to the side. Get that out of the way. All right, so let's see what we have in there. I don't know what that one is. Oh, that is pretty. That is pretty. All right, so what is that? Let me trying to get myself together here. Are these all one? I thought it was a 3-part. Make sure 1, 2, 3. Wow. Okay, it's a lot more than I thought that it was. Okay, so there was. I thought there were only 3 of these. So there was a book that as soon as I became aware of it, I had to have it, and it was a book that one of my favorite artists was working on from my childhood. And just by simply saying that, some of you already know who I'm talking about. But Mark Bagley, it was announced that he was going to do this connecting cover. And the connecting cover was basically every mutant that ever existed. And so when I heard about this cover, I immediately went over to IG Comic Store and placed my order. And so that's what this is. It is a connecting cover, I think, of 6 different covers of every mutant that ever existed. And this thing it's densely packed. I mean, there's Wolverine right there. I think that's, let me see if I can spot Beast, Domino, Colossus. There's several heroes on this one. But I can't wait to see what this looks like when I kind of lay it all out. Magneto, Cyclops on this one. Vulcan. Wow, Wolfsbane is on here. This thing is cool. I think I saw was that the Silver Samurai? Could have been in the background there. But it is awesome. This thing is really, really well done. And again, by one of my favorite artists from my childhood, Mark Bagley. So definitely a really cool cover to have in the collection. As a big time Spider-Man fan and also a fan of anything that is mutant related, that's a cool. And I thought there were only 3 of them. There are actually 6 covers, which is quite impressive. So the other thing that I picked up, I think that I alluded to that would make people happy was this right here, Spawn 301. I saw this cover and I jumped on it because it is, to me, one of the most attractive covers that I saw come out as part of the 300 and 301. I thought that this one was really incredible. I honestly have not read Spawn since the 90s, but there was a lot of noise in the market. A lot of people came back into comics, I think, because of what was happening with Todd McFarlane and Spawn. And folks like She Spawn, who reached out to me, we had several conversations about what was happening. And I decided to make the jump with 301 because this is the record-breaking issue. And I think there's also a first appearance of someone in that book as well. So I went ahead and picked that one up. I don't know if I ordered this one. I think that this might be a gift. This one and the next one. This is Superman 17. And I think that there is something significant about this one. I want to say that I read, maybe I did order this one. I need to go back and look at the notes. But I want to say that there was something about this one that got my attention. But there we go. Superman number 17 is in there. I'm sure by the time I edit it, or by the time you guys see this, someone will kind of tell me what's what with that one. And then the last one is Absolute Carnage. I'm not even sure what issue this is, but it's a really cool Absolute Carnage book. So there you have it. That's essentially my little haul from the IG comic store. Really, really cool print signed by Scott Williams back there. And then that awesome connecting cover by my man Mark Bagley, and then a few other cool books. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, I definitely want to encourage you to hit the thumbs up. Stay tuned, because if you are new to the channel, I basically release new videos Monday through Friday, always at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. If you're into podcasts, you can also check me out wherever it is that you actually download podcasts. I release a couple of podcast episodes every week, typically Monday and Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific time. So depending upon where you want to go, if you want a podcast, I have you covered. If you want to continue watching videos here on YouTube, you can certainly do that as well. And then you can always tune in to my live show. I do at least one live show per week, and that show is the Ready, Set, Go preview show that I do every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. So again, I want to thank you. And if you're watching this video for the first time, I definitely want to encourage you to hit the subscribe button. If you're a long-time subscriber, I want to say thank you for contributing to what it is that we are doing here at Regie Collects. If you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so at Regie Collects on Instagram and regiecollects@gmail.com. Take care. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I honestly hope that you enjoyed it. And as a token of my appreciation for you watching this video, I want to give you an opportunity to add a really cool book to your collection. And the book is this one right here. It is Marvel 2-in-1 Annual number 7 from 1982. This is the first appearance of the Champion. It is a 9.8 with white pages, and this book could be yours simply because you watched this video. To enter the giveaway, all you have to do is to head over to the community tab. You find the post where I'm talking about this book. You click the link. You go to MailChimp, and on the MailChimp website, you plug in 3 pieces of information. 2 of them are relevant to you, and 1 of them is a phrase that I'll give you in just a couple of moments. You're automatically entered once you key in that information. And all that I ask is that you be a subscriber of the channel, a resident of the United States, a resident of Canada, or have a mailing address in the US. And that's essentially all that you have to do. You tune into the Ready, Set, Go preview show, which airs on Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, to find out if you are the winner. The phrase that you need to know is thing, T-H-I-N-G. Thing is the phrase that you need. You plug that phrase in and you are automatically in the running. I want to give a huge shout out to Go Collect, who has been sponsoring this weekly giveaway for like the last 41 weeks or something like that. Fantastic sponsor that I'm very appreciative of, and I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this video, for watching probably many of the videos on the channel. So here you go. That's all that you need to know. Good luck this week.